My friend, Jingle Bells, holiday songs. For the acoustic guitar, here's a low E, here's a high E, here's an E major. Now that we're in tune. This is gonna be in the key of G major, which means there's one sharp. When we play G major, we've got a G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then a G again. So if we play G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and then G, we have all the chords in our G major chord of our triads. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just lay out the basic foundation of Jingle Bells so you could play this holiday season. Ready to go? We're going to start off with a G major. In the first measure, there is a weir, so that means that since there's one note and there is no chord near there, that it is a pickup note. Thusly, if this is in the time signature of 2-2, that means that there are 2 notes per measure, and that half note gives the beat. Therefore, when we play that first note, the D note, we're going to be singing the we're dashing through the snow. The course of action I have for the rhythm and the tempo on my other hand is I'm playing the G major, not like with my first finger on the B, second finger on the G, and then third finger on the G, but I'm actually having my second finger on the B, third finger on the G, and then high pinky up here on that high G. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to be moving to a C major, which is much easier to go from a G major like this, put down a finger on the C note, and then put the C in there, rather than take my hands and go back and forth like this. Hope that helps. So when we have this, we've got a bottom note of the G on the 6th string, the E string, very low, G, strum down, G, strum down. When we do 2 of those per measure, it's going to make sense that it's going to equal itself out mathematically. Therefore, without further ado, let's get going. The chords we're going to be playing are a G major. We can play it with our first fingering, go to our C major, and then to our D7. Since our first finger's already there on that C note for our C major, we're going to lift our whole hand and then put double bookends here. First finger stays on that C note, which is the B string at the 1st fret. Then we're going to take our second finger and play the G string at the 2nd fret, and then the high E at the 2nd fret, giving us a little backwards type triangle called a D dominant 7, or a D7. When we play this G major, we're dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. We're going to play the G major, C major, D7, then back to a G. I like to do a quick cut off because it's fun. Then we're going to keep that rhythm going. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. But A minor, it is to G major, and D7, back to G. Quick cut off, rest. Oh, G, 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 G. It's going to go between G and C. A7. Now, A major is taking the open A, the 5th, the 5th string, very low, the D string and playing at the 2nd fret, the G string playing at the 2nd fret, and then the B string playing the 2nd fret. Thusly, it's giving you an E note, an A note, and a C sharp. All of the notes that are supposed to be inside of an A major. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp. But we're only thinking about this third as being one of our 3 sharps in the key of A. So, A minor, A, C, E, A major, A, C sharp, E. So, this is the E, 5th. Here's our A, that's the root. And then the C sharp, that's our 3rd. Notice if we drop that C sharp to a C, it becomes our minor 3rd. But we're not worried about that right now. So, the fun about this Christmas song, it has an A minor and an A major in the same chord. Amazing. We'll talk more about that when we get into theory videos. However, it does stand to say something. When you got an A minor and an A major in there, those are 2 totally different tones that come from 2 completely different scales and 2 different types of key signatures. Meaning, we're quite literally moving. Thunder. We're quite literally moving in and out of key structures here. All right, so I'm going to play the whole thing through right here for us, going through the 1st and the 2nd. There are 2 times that you repeat this. So after we do jingle bells, G, 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 C, G, C, 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 G, 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 A7 to A, D7. So that A major we were talking about, we're going to want the C sharp note and we want the E note, but we don't want the A note. We want to get rid of the A G sharp and leave a G note, an open G. So we're playing just those two bookends there, leaving that open. And then thusly our D7. The next time we come through that phrasing, jingle bells, rather than going to the A7, we're gonna go to a D7. Both ways. Here it is in its complete. Play it with me if you got the sheet music. And if you don't, wing it through. Here we go! Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Awesome. The rhythm I was doing on my other hand is a rest and then a downstroke. When I did my rest previously, I would just play the lowest note. So my rest really wasn't a rest. It was a single note, chord, single note, chord. However, you can go rest, chord, rest, chord, rest, chord, rest, chord. Works really well for this song. I hope you enjoyed this. Aloha.